All right, so we all know we really can't stop progress. If you've been in this business for more than 20 years, you know how much everything has changed. Everything is electronic prompter, electronic cameras, everything, right? And it's all changing around us all the time. But the one thing that hasn't changed is good storytelling. That is at the heart of what we do. Our next inductee, Leslie Brinkley, is a master storyteller. She's from KGO ABC 7, and you can't forget that image of her during Loma Prieta and the Bay Bridge. That is an indelible connection to Leslie Brinkley. Back again from ABC 7 is anchor Dan Ashley.
I can think of no one who deserves being inducted into the Silver Circle more than Leslie Brinkley. What a storied career she has had. Starting her career out of college in Beaumont, Texas. Of course, when I think of Leslie, the iconic image, and there were many, was her standing on the precipice of disaster on the Bay Bridge right after the Loma Prieta quake. You remember that as well, when she literally stood for the live audience, showing them what it looked like, cars below on that collapsed section, and she was right there just feet from the edge. She's an intrepid, fearless reporter and always has been, and she is a world-class journalist in every respect. When Leslie Brinkley put it on the air, you could trust that it was accurate, that it was fair, and that it was right. I got to know Leslie shortly after I arrived. She was kind enough, as we moved into the Walnut Creek area, to have us over to her house and make us feel very welcome. She's a kind person who puts family and job ahead of everything that she does. But family is very important to her, and a sense of community as well. She has 2 grown children. She's married for a long, long time to her husband, and they've built a wonderful life together. But a big part of that life has been what she has done over the years as a journalist for ABC 7 News. So many great stories, so many great contributions that she has made. She has been an impact player. Watch a little bit more about Leslie Brinkley's career. It was October 1987. The world watched as rescue crews tried to save baby Jessica from a well in her backyard in Texas. Reporting live from the scene, Leslie Brinkley of KTRK.
Leslie, what can you see from where you are?
Here it is.
There's a chair.
Yes.
Oh gosh, Dave.
This
Here we
is
go.
it. There she is. There she is. The pictures are snapping. The crowd is cheering. A lot of applause, a lot of whistling, and happy, smiling faces. After all, Jessica is a product of all these rescuers' ingenuity.
Not long after that, Leslie made her way to ABC 7 in San Francisco and found herself quite literally in the middle of another major story.
It was a normal news day. We left the station, got onto the bridge. We're headed for a Caltrans meeting on the Oakland side. We're talking. All of a sudden, it felt like our truck was on a trampoline or tires had blown. It was just moving in every direction, up and down, side to side. And that was right at 5:04 p.m.
It's been a frightening scene here. As you can see, just below me is where this crack in the Bay Bridge occurred, a 50-foot section. You see down there below the two cars that were on the upper deck when the bridge collapsed.
We were just floored by what we were seeing. Things were so much worse than we expected them to be. The thought of just missing that has never left me. 30 seconds earlier, I might have been where that piece of the bridge collapsed.
Oh my God.
The 1990s were equally eventful for Leslie.
This is a special report from Channel 7 News.
Good afternoon, I'm Carolyn Tyler in the Channel 7 newsroom to bring you an update on that firestorm in the Oakland Hills. It is, of course, still raging out of control.
At this point, the flames were within 1 mile of downtown Berkeley. It was that close.
Now, this gives you an idea of what residents are finding here. A brick pathway, a wrought iron fence. You come up to the edge of the house and there's absolutely nothing left.
Now, 3 decades later, Leslie is still covering the Bay Area's most impactful stories with the same integrity and intensity.
Nobody wants to walk around with it, hi, Mary Burward, rape victim.
Mary Burward was one of the youngest victims. When I first met her the day after the arrest, she was still in shock and wanted to remain anonymous. Well, there are a lot of students and parents down here today linking arms. A lot of these kids were very serious about the message they were trying to get across.
This is what democracy looks like.
Parents said they pulled their kids out of school today for this lesson in real life.
Gil doesn't just grow flowers.
Gil just gave me a squash.
He also grows food, tomatoes and squash that he delivers to neighbors.
For your more than 35 years of storytelling at ABC 7 and beyond,
We thank you, Leslie, and welcome you to the Silver Circle.
Hi, everyone. I am so incredibly honored to be nominated for and voted into the Silver Circle. It's something I've heard about for years and watched as other esteemed colleagues joined. And I'm so flattered and blown away by the honor of accepting this and being inducted today. So many memories come flooding back when I think about my TV career. I graduated from college in Indiana in 1980 from Notre Dame, moved down to Beaumont, Texas for my first job. I was hired as a weekend weather anchor and a 3-day-a-week news reporter. And the first day on the job is Saturday. Hurricane Allen struck the Texas coast, and I was on the air first day on the job, reporting on this hurricane and telling people what to do. It gave me that big moment of, wow, what a responsibility, what we step into in this job and in this career to relay important information to people and have fun with it. I told my friends and colleagues at the time, I love this job so much I would do it for free, but I, of course, wouldn't do that anymore. But I have always had that level of enthusiasm that I brought to the table in doing the job of a television news reporter. And it's not something I had to push myself to do. It just sort of came naturally to me for curiosity and loving to meet new people and go new places. Along the way, it's all the people that you meet who make the biggest difference. And I have become such great friends with all my colleagues. I still am in touch with so many people from all along throughout my career. And that's number one that comes to mind. I want to thank all the news directors who have believed in me, the colleagues, the photographers who I've ridden around in trucks with, and we share our personal stories. And when I moved here in 1988 to the Bay Area, the incredibly talented crew at ABC 7 News back then and through the years, you guys have helped me elevate my game, made me the reporter I am today, make me look good on the air. The producers who make me on target and as accurate as I can be. And what I brought to the table, I think, is just my drive to always be objective, to listen to both sides, and beyond that, to kind of enjoy my conversations with other people. I've treasured meeting presidents and governors. I met Jimmy Carter on the tarmac in Texas back in the day, all the way through Joe Biden chatting it up with me at a cafe in Oakland as he ordered a coconut cream pie a couple years ago. So there are also, in addition to those celebrity interviews you do, they're the everyday average people you end up interviewing, the hundreds and thousands of people I've talked to over the years who have taught me so much about life and the moments in life, the real humanity that we all live through. And that's been so significant to me, the conversations I've had, the tragedies, the successes I've shared with people, looking them in the eye, a mutual trust develops, and wow, you get amazing stories to relay to other people. I have loved this job. I've loved this career. And all of that is fed into my real life, my personal life, my devotion to my family. I apologize I am not there today. I wish I could be, but I have my daughters in from out of town. We're celebrating my dad's 94th birthday. I promise I'll be there with you celebrating and having a glass of wine or 2 or 3 next year. And the year after and the year after that. It's been quite a ride. And I continue to enjoy every moment, every day I'm on the job, except for when I'm standing in the rain. And besides that, I love this line of work. I'm so happy younger people are continuing to see the value of being a journalist. Thank you to ABC 7 News, my home, for all these years. I love all of you. Thank you very much.
The remarkable Leslie Brinkley.